Hey everybody, it's Vicky and Randy from VRG, and we just want to thank you for joining us again for Calvert County's weekly real estate market update. Randy, how you doing this week?
Fantastic. Except for today, a little rainy outside, so that's why I am in mi casa instead of out on the deck like I usually am. But other than that, doing great.
Good, glad to hear it. I started off pretty good, and then today it all fell apart. So this might be real comical, actually. Never
Well,
know.
everybody needs a little laugh right now, right?
That's right. We're willing to help.
That's right. That's right.
So today, again, we're bringing you Calvert County's real estate update, and Randy is going to hit it off with the stats and what's going on in the market. So take it away, Randy.
Here it comes. Here it comes. So just like last week, we were giving you the actives, the solds, the under contracts. So this week, in the past 7 days, active, we have 308, which is down actually from 318 last week, like we talked about. And to be honest, I think it's because of buyer demand, apologies. Buyer demand is still strong. Interest rates are still low. So, in no facto. Other than that, under contract, you got 54 under contract in the last 7 days, up from 28. So that's another contributing factor, right? Yep. And then sold this week, 37, last week, 22. But I think the real star of the show, right, is these coming soons. Coming soons, since this whole current situation has been happening, have been the all-star of all of it, of the whole market. It's all about the coming soons. So everybody's getting a little bit of hype for their listings coming up. So I just think it's a super important stat to recognize. And right now we have 18 coming soons.
Wow.
So
wow.
Good. From the lending perspective, I know we like to update you on that. We talk to our lenders weekly, daily. Basically, the restrictions and the standards have come down a little bit, a little less stringent. I think everybody's kind of settling in, per se, getting used to this new normal. And so they've eased just slightly. Rates are still low, so that's good news. But, we're still rocking and rolling. I think everything's still in the positive.
Yeah, and it sounds like to me there's a real sweet spot for sellers right now.
100%.
Yeah.
Year-over-year inventory is down on average in Maryland about close to 50, give or take 40 to 50%, depending on county, depending on, local town, whatever. But right around 50. So I think you're 100% right.
Yeah. So, last week we got a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of feedback on shouting out a couple of the businesses that we did last week. And we just want to shout out a few more businesses this week. And primarily, you guys, because, as humans, we don't adapt to change really well. I know I don't, Randy. I don't know about yourself, but these businesses have adjusted incredibly.
Sure.
So a couple of you did reach out and said, hey, this is what we're doing differently. Will you just shout us out? And then a couple of the businesses we've dealt with, we already know give great service and just wanted to shout them out. But I got to tell you, I was reading an article last week about local businesses, shopping local, keeping our money local. And there's a huge statistic that blew my mind. All these businesses contribute to local events. They sponsor sports teams. They give out to, contribute to charities in our communities. And they actually contribute 250% more than big corporations. I was blown away by that statistic.
That is huge. Absolutely.
That is very significant. So I'm going to shout out 3 businesses that a couple reached out to me, a couple I actually have been served by, and always get good service and good food. So the first one for me is Captain Smith Seafood in Solomons. My cousin Chris Bowen owns that business. I know he does a great job, and he is fighting his own battle right now, and we're sending him good vibes, positive vibes, but always has the best crabs and offers crab cake baskets, shrimp baskets, seafood baskets for under $10. You can't beat it. Always involved in the community. He has always been a big contributor of some of the poker runs in Southern Calvert. And I think that's a cancer charity that he always is involved with and donates to. So shout out to Chris Bowen at Captain Smith Seafood. I know he would give a big shout out to his staff and his family for helping and supporting him at this time as well. The second one is Mimi's Cookies and Convections, Randy. They have a cool little bakery in Chesapeake Beach, and she reached out to me and she goes, you know, I'm baking homemade cookies and cupcakes and breads, and not only is she baking full loaf breads, she's doing mini loaf breads. I'm like, seriously? Of course, I could eat that by myself.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
So she's actually doing free delivery in Northern Calvert. So reach out to her if you've got a sweet tooth, or if you're trying to be healthy and you want to give it away as a gift. I'm willing. I'm willing to take that delivery. Randy, I know that you love cookies, so I will share my delivery with you.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
I know I would eat the whole stack, so don't. Please don't.
Right. And then I have a friend, Michelle Hutchinson, who owns Sunderland Paints right off of Route 2 on Dalrymple Road, right next to the 7-Eleven. They offer McCormick and Benjamin Moore paints, and I'm a huge fan of Benjamin Moore paints. They are offering 10% off right now. They're also doing curbside pickup, and she will also deliver also. I'm not sure how far of a radius she's delivering, but give them a call. That's Sunderland Paints. All three of these companies are on Facebook. Follow them, Captain Smith Seafood, Mimi's Confections, and Sunderland Paints. And I know, Randy, you have a couple that you want to shout out, a couple contractors that have helped you and I along the way. So
Exactly. So while we're all home, I know that all you can do, because my wife reminds me daily of all that we could do to make our house a little bit better. The DIY projects, everything on the honey-do list. So I got to give a huge shout out to Encompass Enterprises.
yes.
You guys have Najeen Benton, Austin Benton, a family company. I got to give you a huge shout out. You guys put together a magical deck, if you will, on the back of my house, and I'm so excited for the summer to enjoy it, and hopefully everything's resolved and we can have some friends over, and I'm sure many of you will be here with me. Secondly, KB Services. Those are some hardworking folks over there. You know, when we kind of in and outs of our business, we get in these tight timelines, right? These quick turnarounds, and then KB Services has definitely helped me out, helped our team out in some of these tight windows that we need to make sure that it's fixed and in time to settle in time for our clients and make sure that they're happy and moving in on the day they want to move in. So
Absolutely.
big shout out to those two contractors, Encompass and KB Services. And lastly, while we're home too, a lot of people get into the finances, get into insurances, start thinking about some different aspects that you don't really get time to think about. So I want to give a huge shout out to Smallwood Insurance agencies. Every time I have a question, I make one phone call and it is answered. Specifically, Stephen Smallwood, I appreciate you. You know, you're thinking about some of your life and term policies. You might adjust your auto policy. You're not driving much. Your homeowners. Just any question I have or any question I have for our client, it's a ring away. So big ups to Smallwood Insurance Agencies, big ups to Encompass Enterprises, and big ups to KB Services. I appreciate everything you do. If you haven't seen them, check them out. We're going to put their Facebook pages and contact information in the comments below. So
Yep.
Love you guys, local businesses, all about it.
Absolutely. It's such a great time to lift them up, shout them out, and just to give them a standing ovation right now. They've served us well. It's our time to thank them.
100%. I couldn't agree more. I was just talking to my wife actually last night or a day ago. Just the camaraderie right now to be a small business owner, to be an entrepreneur in the local area.
Yes.
It's really just a sense I've never felt before. So,
yeah.
So I love it. So big shout out to all our small business owners, all our entrepreneurs in the Southern Maryland area. And like always, we love and appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Stay tuned until next week. And until then, make sure you stay safe and you stay home.